WMIXsports.com, where you can watch or listen from any device. Rams basketball on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams basketball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Zerwinski from Mount Vernon Rams basketball. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you inside a sold-out Changnon Gymnasium tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans. The final game of the 3A and 4A high school basketball regular season is coming your way. WMIX-FM, WMIXsports.com, where you can watch tonight's game. I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Lonnon is alongside. Jeff Crow is behind the camera. And Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio. So glad you could join us tonight here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show for the 22-4 Centralia Orphans and the 15-11 Mount Vernon Rams. These two teams met back in January. The Orphans won that one 54-45. Tonight, Jeff Lonnon, Changnon Gymnasium. It's always good to cut a few points off of the opponent. Great place to play. Should be a great atmosphere here tonight.
Yep, and we just witnessed senior night just before we came on the air, so it adds a little bit of an extra incentive for the Mount Vernon Rams in here tonight on their senior night. And we honored the cheerleaders and the basketball players and everyone else that was involved with the Mount Vernon Ram program here just before we came on the air. The place is packed, and it's getting hot in here already, Hugo. I know they turned the heat off well before this game started, anticipating a lot of body heat in here, and I'm glad they did, because even with the heat turned off, it is getting hot in here with all these bodies all the way up into the top deck. As you look around on both sides, there's people all the way up to the top wall, which you don't ordinarily see, not often anyway, all the way to the top wall. You see people up in the balcony, but this game's got a little extra spice to it with these two teams and as big as rivals as they are.
Well, big-time rivals indeed. Of course, this is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. They detail them all, too. Ask about free detailing for the life of your automobile at Landers Collision Centers, Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Should be a dandy for you tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans coming up in about 15 minutes. We need to take a break. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Begin with full contact coal miner training at Red Lake College. Learn in our new 20,000 square feet coal mine training center. Use real equipment like continuous miners and power setters. And check out the new mine rescue and fire safety training tunnel. Associate degree and occupational certificates available.
We're full contact, hands-on coal mining. Real equipment, real live, all the time.
What are you waiting for? Call 618-437-5321 and get started.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Bad credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Poole, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
And we welcome you back inside a sold-out Changnon Gymnasium tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans. Chris Hugo with Jeff Lonnon alongside. Inside the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios for your Landers Collision Centers pregame show. And big or small, Landers fixes them all. See their new expanded collision centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. WMIX FM, WMIXsports.com. You can watch tonight's game online. As these two teams get together, of course, you can throw out the old tired cliche of throw the records out when these two teams play. Orphans come in 22-4. The Rams are 15-11. But you look in South 7 Conference play, the Orphans are 6-3 while the Rams are 2-7. Tough conference up and down this year.
Been very, very tough. In fact, you know, the non-conference schedule has been kind of a relief for the Mount Vernon Rams as opposed to the in-conference schedule. It's been very, very tough in the South 7 this year. Very, very good conference. The conference is very strong. And when the Rams have played outside the conference, they've actually done quite well. And again, 15-11 is really nothing to sneeze at. I mean, their record is pretty good. It's just that they've just had very little luck inside the conference. Tonight would be a really nice win for them, and it would be an excellent win to give them some momentum going into this regional, which is coming up, Chris, in just a few short days.
Well, it is, and of course, weather permitting, everything for the Rams will get started on Tuesday night from Heron. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, but of course, we need to take another break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this matchup between the Rams and the Orphans. In about 12 minutes is the tip here on WMIX and WMIX FM. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own homes? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area. It's a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium. Sold out tonight. If you had any desires of coming to watch this one and you don't have a reserved seat, you're going to have to watch it at WMIXsports.com or let us take care of it for you here on 94.1 FM. With Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonnon alongside, I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Crow is behind the camera. Quentin Lloyd is back at the Mount Vernon studio. I guess he is the last one that touched the controls, so he would automatically get credit for the offense back to the studio. Really, we're running the show here locally at Changnon Gymnasium. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, where the best never rest. They have, for the 37th straight year, America's best-selling truck, the Ford F-150. Also online at FordSquare.com. Jeff Lonnon, of course, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans, always interesting anytime these two teams get together. Lee Bennett, Scott Gamber, two of the better coaches in Southern Illinois. Anytime this chess match ensues, it can go down to the wire and anything can happen.
Well, that's what's going to be, a chess match, because you're going to look at two teams here that both know each other very, very well. They're both very set-oriented teams. They run a lot of structured things. Neither one really what would be known as a transition team. So you're going to see Lee Bennett on one side run a lot of things at the Rams that are set, organized, and you're going to see Scott Gamber run a lot of things at Lee Bennett that are exactly the same. And the one thing that's a strength of both of these guys is they're very good scouters. And when they practice and prepare for these games, they're going to go over everything that the opponent does in that half court. It's up to the kids to execute defensively on each end and stop those sets from occurring in a made basket at the end of those plays. And I think what you're going to find, and I say this a lot, but I think what you're going to find is two teams that defend each other really well. I don't believe this is going to be a very high-scoring game. This is not typically a game made up of two teams that score a lot of points against each other. I think you're looking at a game in the 40s, perhaps, maybe even the 30s. And they may make a fool out of me for saying that in the end. Well, this may be an 80 to 79 deal, but I highly, highly doubt it, Chris. I think it's going to be a very low-scoring game. Points are going to be at a premium tonight with both of these teams because of the scouting. And I think it's going to come down to kids just making basketball plays, which is what kind of happens when you get two good opponents together. Very well scouted. Who's going to make the most plays? Free throws very important. That's always overlooked. In the end, if you lose by 2 or 3 or win by 2 or 3, usually it's the team that shot free throws a little bit better and took advantage of their opportunities on the free throw line. So all of those little things, turnovers are another thing I could mention. Who's going to turn it over the fewest times and give up possessions to the other team? That's also very important. So just all those little intangibles, the little fundamental things that we talk about when they're in the 7th and 8th grade, it's amazing how those things come out in big games like this when you're playing big boy basketball, which is what we're going to see tonight, Chris.
Well, it should be a dandy between these two teams. Elsewhere in the conference, Marion is battling Altoff. Conference title on the line. That's at Carbondale when the 7-2 Terriers meet the 7-2 Cahokia Comanches. And, of course, that is for the conference championship tonight. Centralia Orphans will finish in 3rd place regardless of tonight's outcome, or at least they should. If you take a look at the South 7th Conference standings. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. And big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. And, of course, tonight, the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans battling it out for the final time, quite possibly this season here at Changnon Gymnasium. The only other time these two teams could meet would be in a sectional championship game. Going to be a tough road for both of these teams. We talked about the Heron Regional getting started next week. The Mount Vernon Rams are the number 2 seed behind the number 1 Carbondale Terriers. The Rams will actually have the number 3 Marion Wildcats on Tuesday night. But, of course, that's weather permitting. If that 4-5 game doesn't get off the ground on Monday, that'll push everything back. But as of right now, the regional for the Rams set to get started on Tuesday night. And for the Rams, they're going to have a team they've seen twice already, the Marion Wildcats. Obviously a short turnaround there to go back on a Tuesday night. The Rams have had to do it before this season. But you see practically the rest of your conference in that regional tournament game, or regional tournament I should say, of course, with Carbondale being the number 1, likely to get to a Friday night contest in the championship. Winner will get number 2 or number 3, and the Mount Vernon Rams are going to have quite the battles in front of them.
It's not going to be an easy regional for the Mount Vernon Rams, I can tell you that. Even their opening game against Marion, you and I believe, both had the opportunity to work both those games, or I did with you. And we saw an overtime game here at home, and then we went to Marion, and did we see another overtime game at Marion? I believe it was 2 overtime games, if I'm not mistaken, against the Marion Wildcats. And you've got just a tremendous amount of coaching talent in that tournament too. You know, it's just every team is very well coached, very well scouted. We know Shane Hawkins will be. He'll have somebody here tonight. If he's not here, I haven't seen him, but he will have somebody here scouting tonight. And the Mount Vernon Rams will have a tough deal on Tuesday night. And if they get past that, you have to figure they're going to have to face the Carbondale Terriers again. And we saw what that was all about. here just recently in Changnon Gym the other night when we watched Carbondale beat Mount Vernon here on their home floor. So, yes, it's regional time. It's going to be tough, but you know what? They're all tough. And you know, you're going to have to earn it to get out, and if you get out, you've earned it, and you certainly deserve to be there. So it's going to be an interesting week next week, and gosh, I sure hope this weather doesn't go bad on us again, because we've lost a lot of games this year, especially at the freshman level, both on the boys and the girls side, due to that weather. So I know our team lost 2 games ourselves, 2 varsity contests to that weather. So we just hope that it stays warm enough not to freeze up, and we get everything in, and good luck to the Rams next week.
Well, it's certainly not going to be an easy regional process. Tuesday night, the Rams get started at 8 o'clock, set to be your tip. 7:45 will be your pregame, but we warned you, most regionals have started early this year with the 8 o'clock game, starting at about 7:30 or 7:45, so err on the side of caution. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Of course, we're getting ready to honor America from Changnon Gymnasium. Sold out tonight for a rivalry matchup in the South Central Conference. The Centralia Orphans and the Mount Vernon Rams are coming up in about 4 minutes. We'll take a break to honor America with a Star-Spangled Banner. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspection, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspections with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whack! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Your claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back, WMIX FM, WMIXSports.com. We wrap your Landers Collision Center's pregame show and start with your Page Insurance starting lineups.
Yep, for the Mount Vernon Rams, number 1, Dylan Reeves. Number 4, Braden Fitzgerald. Number 23, Doug Gardner. Number 25, Shakari Hawkins. And number 32, Jake Pike. For the Centralia Orphans, number 3, De'Aaron Owens. Number 10, Ryan Obermeyer. Number 23, Jared Simmons-Young. Number 24, Chase Alcorn. And number 54, Jake Wood for the Centralia Orphans.
Page Insurance, call for a health quote at 242-7000 or log on to pageinsurance.net. We'll take a break, get you set when we come back on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next round weather. Mostly cloudy tonight, a low 31. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy, a high of 48. Cloudy turning colder tomorrow night with some rain changing to sleet and freezing rain. The roads becoming icy and hazardous, a low of 21. Sunday, the ice changes to snow with a few inches of accumulation through Sunday night. Temperature Sunday will be staying in the 20s, and then Monday, cloudy and frigid. Next round weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back inside a sold-out Changnon Gymnasium tonight for the Mount Vernon Rams and the Centralia Orphans. Lee Bennett's Orphans are 22-4. 3 of their 4 losses have come on the road. For the Rams, meanwhile, they are 15-11. Winners of Tuesday night's game against the Effingham Hearts, a game that they had previously lost, of course, at Salem. We'll see if the Rams have any momentum coming into tonight. The Orphans have not played since Friday. They will have a game on Tuesday night as well, as they're the #1 seed at the Salem Regional. Tip, it'll be Chase Alcorn left to right. It'll be Shakari Hawkins right to left. Orphans in their away red, white trim. Rams in their home whites. It'll be in the backcourt to Doug Gardner. He's back in the Ram lineup tonight, and we will get underway. 7:55 to play in the first. No score yet. Rams with the first possession. Left wing, that's Gardner. Looks across away for Shakari Hawkins. Auckland to right side, fits a 3 on the way, is no good. Rebound will be taken away by Obermeyer. And here come the Orphans into the front court, going left to right. Owens with it off the left wing, kicks over to the right side, into the right corner. 3 coming on the way. No good from the Orphans. So both teams 0 from the field to start with 7:30 to go in the opening quarter. With it up top is Fitz. Off to the left wing. That'll be Gardner over to the right side for Fitzgerald. 7:20 to play in the first quarter. No score yet. Rams and Orphans from a sold-out Changnon. Off of the right baseline, out of the corner. It'll be Fitz back to the top. Shakari wants a 3. Yes! And the Rams are on top 3-0.
Nice start, and that's exactly what you want. They shot a 3 coming out. Fitz the first time down to 4 and just missed. That one hit nothing but the bottom of the net, Chris.
Big 3 for Shakari. Obermeyer's going to split the defense on the left wing. Back over the right side. It'll be to the right wing now for Owens. Haven't seen the Orphans yet this year, I haven't, but back off of the right wing, it'll be Owens with the basketball. Left side for Obermeyer, into the corner. Alcorn feigns a shot, throws back across to the right side. Wood wants a 3, it's no good. Obi skies for the rebound, but it is going to go to the Rams. Up 3-0 with 6:38 to play in the first quarter. Community First Bank is the official voice of Rams athletics here on WMIX. Log on to comfirstbank.net to learn more about the One account. It's free checking and high yield interest. One means more. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Pike buries the head, tries to go off of the right wing. Down low. Reeves a touch, back to Fitzgerald's right of the circle. 6:17 to play in the opening quarter. Rams on top 3-0. Pike between the rings. Back over to the left corner. It'll be Fitz. Fitz trying to go off of the defender off his screen. Now his layup's good.
Great job there, and what people didn't see was Shakari Hawkins sets a great ball screen for Fitz. Fitz reads it and goes to the rim.
Brilliant play from the two of them these past few games. Off of the right, a 3 on the way is good from the Orphans. Gerard Simmons-Young cuts it to 2, 5-3. Mount Vernon, 5:47 left to go in this opening quarter. We're way behind on scoreboard updates tonight, and by behind, I mean we're one of the later games to start. We'll have plenty as the Rams turn it over in the front court. Wood picks it up.
Yep.
Wood had 18 in a win at Centralia. Simmons-Young, another 3, no good left wing. Backdoor rebound will go to Hawkins with 5:30 left to play in the first. Rams hanging on 5-3.
I'm a little surprised by all the threes here early, Chris. That's the 6th three-pointer in not even 3 minutes.
And now Pike misses a 3 from the far wing. Fitz puts it back up from three-point land. Good. Back to a 5-point game. Rams on top. Fitz has 5 in the quarter. 8-3 your score. 5:09 left. First quarter action from a sold-out Changnon Gym. Chris Hugo at Jeff Lonnon. WMIX FM, WMIXsports.com. Danny Zerwinski has a Christopher Regional Championship on AM 940 tonight. Head fake, nice pull-up from the baseline. Left side, rolls around the iron for De'Aaron Owens. It's 8-5.
Yep. It's kind of funny not to see a 3.
Does feel a bit awkward. 4:45 left, first quarter. Rend Lake College powers our video streaming online at WMIXsports.com. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. Gardner going to try to make a move off Wood. Kicks back out to the left arc for Fitz. Orphans usually play their famous switching man defense. 4:28 to go in the first. We'll check in with the Rams defense their next trip down the floor. Been pretty quick here. Neither coach likes to play too quickly. But it'll be Fitz off the right elbow. Underhanded layup is no good. Second attempt no good. Tipped out of bounds by the Orphans. It'll be Orphan basketball.
Well,
I didn't see it that way. That's wrong. But it'll be Orphan basketball.
They are letting them play on that one anyway. Fitz went in for a layup, got his own rebound, went back up. The crowd thought he got hacked, but no call.
Hacked, and it was tipped out by Centralia. 4:10 to play in the first. Orphans with the basketball. Owens is going to look off to the left for Obermeyer. Ball fakes left, goes over to Simon Jung. He's in front of the Ram bench. 4:02 to play in the first. 8-5 ball game. Rams lead the Orphans. Wood a three. Whoop, nope, won't go. Rebound will actually go to Wilson. Tip to Pike. 3:52 left in the opening quarter. Rams up a tray. 8-5. Fitz trying to split the defense in this switching man. Almost a double team on Pike there for a bit. Reeves throws back to the right sideline. Fitzgerald's trying to cross over on Wood. Might be a bad matchup for Fitz, but a three out of the corner. Pike no good. Rolls off the back iron. Wood will let it go out of bounds. It'll be Orphan basketball. Very quick.
Yeah, I mean, this is not what we looked for. I mean, these guys are getting after it a little bit in transition. They're really not working it around for a very good shot, either team right now. There have been 11 threes taken, Chris. There's 3:32 left in the first quarter. That's 11 three-point baskets attempted by these two teams. Just 3 of them have gone in the hoop, by the way.
Crazy. 3:24 left in the first. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports on WMIX. Community First Bank, find them on the social media. They're online at comfirstbank.net or find them in their 5 Jefferson County branches. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Obermeyer's going to swing it right corner. 3, Simmons Young, good. And Simmons Young ties it at 8. 8-8 your score. 3:04 left in the first. And Simmons Young has 2 threes in the quarter. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, where Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Rams, Lady Rams, and the local community. Coach Lonnon, obviously a very quick quarter for both of these teams. Probably a little quicker than anybody in this sold-out gym anticipated.
No question, and I'm probably right at the top of that list. Just a whole bunch of threes coming out here, and I thought we'd see a little bit more. I thought we'd just see a little more patient in the half court. I thought we'd see them settle down, feel each other out, run some sets, kind of see what each other kind of knows about each other, but it just hadn't happened that way. It's just a 3 barrage right now. 12 threes taken, and we have 3:04 left in the first quarter. So we'll see if these two teams kind of calm down and work the ball a little bit for a better shot.
Well, it was close the first 3 quarters at the CHS Arena. It's close through the first 5 minutes here, tied at 8. Rams with it out of the timeout. We're going to have a kick basketball, I believe. It'll be re-triggered along the baseline, right at the bucket for the Rams. They go right to left here in the first half. 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Tied at 8. It'll be Fitz to trigger. Off at the top will come Wilson. Looking to find somebody. They're going to go in the backcourt. Pike going to have it tipped away. Goes over to top to get, and that'll be a travel. That was either going to be an over and back because Pike was established in the front court once he got it across the timeline, but it's a turnover either way, and the Orphans get a break.
I think they said he switched his pivot foot, Chris, and when he did that, they called him for traveling.
They had him either way, unfortunately. What a game we have for you in front of us tonight. WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Left wing, Centralia with the basketball. That was DeAndre Cunningham to Obermeyer to Cunningham left wing in the left corner Wood. Back to Cunningham. 2:33 left to go in the quarter. Skip past right corner Simmons Young. Back to Obermeyer off the wing. Dribbles to the elbow. Skips over. Cunningham a 3 on the way. Hits the front iron. Bounces back off. Rebound will go to Hawkins and a foul to Obermeyer.
Well, if you notice, Mount Vernon's playing 1-3-1, and that's something they've been doing a lot lately, just to kind of just give a different look, basically, defensively, instead of their normal man-to-man. And that half-court possession by Centralia was guarded with a 1-3-1 by Mount Vernon, and we'll see if they stay with that. If Mount Vernon does stay with that, look for some more threes to come up for Centralia.
Off of the right wing, that's Wilson to the top for Shikari. To the elbow, kicks left corner. Pike a 3, yes! And the Rams are back on top. 11-8 here in the first quarter. Glad to have you with us on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Give us a shout out if you're listening or watching. Off of the right wing, off of the right wing, that was Cunningham. To Obermeyer, left wing. Ball fake off of the baseline to Chase Alcorn with 1:52 to go in the first. 11-8 is the Ram lead. Back into the right. Off of the sideline, Wood trying to ball fake, goes baseline, has it tipped out, but nope, it's going to be last touch by Wood. Turnover to the Orphans.
Mount Vernon's really turning up the heat in that 1-3-1 now, trying to trap the corners. Centralia in a 2-1-2 set, trying to keep the court spread. Mount Vernon did a good job that time forcing the turnover with the trap in the corner.
We'll get you some scores in a moment, however. This is going to be stolen away. Simmons Young foul. It looked like he was going to try to go up for a slam. But off the left side, he'll be fouled. And the first free throws of the game will come from Gerard Simmons Young on the Ram foul.
Yeah, they just read the entry pass there, just stepped in front, took it the length of the floor, and got fouled. Got to be very careful on entry passes here. Centralia knows these Ram players, and they know these Ram plays.
We have some barn burners in regionals tonight. We have some that aren't quite as close. We'll get you a scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt in a moment. Orphans with the basketball in their half of the court. Left sideline, Obermeyer back between the circles for Owens. Obermeyer left wing. Bounce pass for Alcorn. Shut off on the double team in the 1-3-1 as Wood was trying to go off the baseline. Foul will be on the floor. This will be the Rams' second. Good to see a lot of folks in attendance for this one. Good to see two Ram alumni coaching at Alney East Richland. Rob Flanagan and E.J. Randolph in attendance tonight taking this one in. Obviously they're working. As Simmons Young, ball fake to the free throw line, kicks out, wide open three. Wood is going to leave it alone. Wow. Wood left it short, but a good cleanup there by Gerard Simmons Young. And it's 11-10 as the Orphans are back within one. Second chance points, can ill afford to give those up as Fitz will cross the timeline, throws Pike three on the way, yes. Pike another one from the left arc, make it 14-10. With 54 seconds left in the first quarter with the basketball on the left wing. Obermeyer back to the sideline, Simmons Young. It'll go to the bounce pass on the right in the corner. Alcorn looks inside. There's going to be a foul here. Probably a reach on the Rams will be their third. Rutrow.
Yeah. Well, Mount Vernon has 5 field goals and 4 of them are three-point baskets. And I guess if they keep going in, you keep shooting them.
Yes, sir. Quick inbound to Wood. He's having some dribble off of the right elbow. Dribbles in, lost the dribble. Reeves will pick it up off of the mid-post with 38 seconds. And into the front court will come the Rams up 14-10. Looking for an end of first quarter lead with 31 seconds to go. Reeves will lose it out of bounds. Touched the official who was in play, then bounced off of the foot off the Centralia bench. And the Orphans will get a reprieve with 29 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Mount Vernon 14, Centralia 10.
Yep. Look for the Orphans to hold for one here, Chris.
See what kind of shot they get. Owens with it. Spin move to the left for Obermeyer. He's trapped by Reeves. Dylan Reeves playing suffocating defense as the point man on this 1-3-1. 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. 14-10 Rams. Owens with it in the front court at the circle. Right hand dribble looking to cross over on Dylan. Nice slide pass Alcorn. Skips to Gerard Simmons Young. Three on the way is no good. 1 second left. The rebound will be tipped out of bounds. And that is the end of your first quarter. So after one, the Mount Vernon Rams 14. The Centralia Orphans 10. We'll come back and tell you all about it. Second quarter. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balance. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
Chevy Impala is winning over luxury import buyers because of its ride and handling. We offer lease incentives that make the Impala more affordable than ever. With a 2-year, 24,000-mile maintenance plan absolutely free. We have a great selection at Schmidt Chevrolet and will continue to be the leader in the area because we offer the most competitive pricing and highest trading values. That's why no one can touch our deals.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back. Changnon Gymnasium after one. The Rams lead Centralia 14-10. It'll be Orphan basketball to start. Here in the second quarter, in the backcourt will go the bounce. It'll be to De'Aaron Owens. He'll cross the timeline, right-hand dribble. Rams still in 1-3-1. Skip past the left side. Ooh. Simmons Young will go back up top to Owens. Chris Hugo with Jeff Lonnon alongside. Jeff Crow is behind the camera. Here on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Just like that, back within one. Top of the key three by Simmons Young. He's been big tonight from behind the arc.
Yeah, and you live and die, defensively anyway, whenever you give up that three-point shot playing that zone.
And now a jump ball.
Scott Gamber wanted a timeout there. Didn't get it.
Should be Ram basketball, though the arrow on the scoreboard points toward the guest. That's who had it to inbound. Unless they had already switched it in anticipation. Oddly enough, it is what it is. 7:28 to play in the second quarter. Rams 14, Orphans 13 with 7:26 to go in the first half. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams. Welcome back to Personal Banking with their 5 Jefferson County branches, Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Left of the circle it is Doug Gardner with the basketball. Back in the lineup tonight for Scott Gamber. 7:10 to play in the first half. Right arc. Shakari look for the turnaround left. Screen three up top. Pike. Yes. Jake Pike has been absolutely huge tonight. 7 minutes to play in the first half. And Pike's point total continues to rise.
Yes, sir. 9 points. And he is on fire from behind the arc. That's Mount Vernon's 10th three-point attempt. Just a little over a quarter. Just 6:44 left now in the second.
Unbelievable. Wide open for a three. Nope, Cunningham's going to go into the corner. Obermeyer. Oh, nice off-block turnaround jumper, but it's no good for Jake Wood, who's been somewhat cold tonight. He had 18 back at Centralia. Shakari had 12. He'll throw over to Gardner off the left wing with 6:29 to play in the first half. 17-13 is the Ram lead, up 2 possessions here in the second quarter. Left of the circle, Gardner going to throw back to the right side for Shakari. Nice crossover move. Shakari leans in, and that's going to be a charge. Shakari had a great move. Stood up straight, did not lean his head in, and they're going to go with the charge. And we were told before the season a point of emphasis would be more blocks than charges unless the player leaned in or leaned his shoulder or head in, and that is not what happened there. It'll be a foul and a turnover on the Rams.
You're the man, Hugo. I'm not commenting on that. I didn't really see it very well. It was a tough call. Could have gone either way.
It's a judgment call, and that's all you can ask for. It's the best possible judgment. Off to the left wing, that is going to be Owens into the right corner via Obermeyer. Three on the way is good, and that is actually Bilberry, Tyreek Bilberry, who checked into the ball game, makes it a 1-point deficit with 5:51 left.
And what do you know? Another three. That's the 19th three-point basket attempted in this game, Chris. 19.
That in itself is unbelievable. Get you some scoreboard updates here in just a moment. Scott Gamber not happy with his crew. Lee Bennett looks on in amazement. 1-point game with 5:46 left in the first half.
He does look amazed, doesn't he? He's as amazed as I am that they've shot 19 three-point baskets.
5:43 left, first half action. Community First Bank has 5 Jefferson County branches. Also the one account. One means more Community First Bank. It means free checking and high yield interest. 5:32 to play in the first half. 17-16, Rams up 1. Fits between the circles from Shakari. Looks back to Coach Gamber for instruction. Go to direct traffic, bring Pike to the basketball between the circles with 5:20 left. Fitz gets it right back off of the right wing. Was looking for a ball screen, wasn't there, and now forces a pass to Shakari. Wilson's going to set up, maybe a screen off of the elbow. Nope, he'll come out to get it right, left wing. Back up top, Fitz wants an NBA three.
Wow.
Good. Wow. The rainbow.
Are we watching the Bulls and the Lakers?
We may
or
be.
The Rams and the Orphans?
Out of the left, out of the corner. That is going to be Alcorn going baseline, picks up the bump foul on the Rams. Both coaches asked me what I thought the spread was going to be. I told them I thought the final score, regardless, would be 40-34, and I look a little silly thus far.
Well, I have a category on my stat sheet here that's 2 points attempted, and it has been kind of dry in that category, Chris. I can tell you that right now. Just 6.
Defense optional, except right there. The pass is picked off by Gardner. Into the front court, races Fitz, goes baseline, blocked out of bounds. And I think that was an anticipation foul on Gerard Simmons-Young.
Yeah.
There was no doubt about it. Whistle blew before the contact. Simmons-Young and Fitzgerald will have a laugh about it, but Fitz is going to get the last laugh as he goes to the line. Last laugh, of course, I guess would be if he made them. So Fitz to the line to shoot 2. Rams up 4 with 4:44 left to go in the second quarter. Free throw on the way is good. The first one from Fitz will extend the lead to 5.
It's the first 2 free throws of the game here, Chris. And you don't get a bunch of them when you're shooting threes. You know, you drive it, you get fouled, and that's what Fitz did there.
Second free throw good. Fitz makes them both. 22-16. 4:44 left to go in the first half. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center, home of the Express Lane, faster oil changes and more. King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Wow.
Obi backdoor lob. There it is. Obermeyer finds Simmons Jung on a backdoor lob play off the left block, and it's 22-18.
Really nice play.
They used to run that for years, 4 years to be exact, with R.J. Kukuski. 4:22 left in the second quarter, 22-18. The Ram lead shrinks to 4. Chakari with it left. Ooh, looking to go back right of the circle at the volleyball line. Finds Doug Gardner off of the right sideline to Fitzgerald's. Orphans in their famous man defense, the switching man. Haven't had to switch too many times tonight. Off of the left wing, near side in front of us. That's going to be Chakari. They're going to go carry. That is, honest to goodness, the first carry call I have seen all year.
Well,
thought it had faded into oblivion in the
you don't see you don't see it very often. You're correct, but he probably did carry there. He turned it over pretty good.
I've been more amazed that it hasn't been called quite as much. Kick out to the left side. Good outlet pass. Wood. 3 on the way. Simmons Jung rattles out. Rebound, and we go into Reeves. It looks like there's a foul inside the free throw line and what became the backcourt after the Ram rebound.
Fouls on Jake Wood.
Unbelievable. Grin Lake College powers our video streaming at WMIXsports.com. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands of dollars on your collegiate education. Off of the right sideline, that's Chakari up top. Reeves swings it around, left wing 3, wide open Fitz. No good. Rebound will be poked away. Foul on Chakari. Chakari got the backhand to Jake Wood. This will go the other way, and that'll be the 16th foul on the Rams. That's the Orphanage, which would be in the left court from our perspective. To our left, Chaos Cage is full as well. Sold out crowd here at Changnon Gymnasium. Of course, Mount Vernon Township High School and Centralia High School. Thank you for your attendance. Off of the right elbow. Nice find. Wood can't finish. Nice find. Alcorn had the easy assist. Wood had the bunny, but hippity-hoppity, it'll go the other way on a defensive rebound. Reeves wide open left wing between the circles. Back off to the right wing with 3:19 to go in the first half. Rams up 4, 22-18. Tyrese Moore gets some action here on senior night. Back off to the left between the circles. It'll be Reeves to Fitz. Off the ball screen. It's going to come to the near side. Behind the arc, trying to cross over on Wood. Back up top, Reeves wants a 3. No, off the back iron. It'll be tipped to Gardner. Now over to Fitzgerald, trying to go off of the baseline from the left. Doubles back out to the left wing with 2:53 to play in the first half. Community First Bank of the Heartland has the one account. It's free checking and high yield interest. Ask about it any of their 5 Jefferson County branches. Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. At the circle, Fitzgerald's with the basketball. Going to hold on to it for a bit with 2:36 left to go in the first half. And for the first time since class expansion, the Woodlawn Cardinals will not win a regional. They fall to Cesar-Valliere tonight, 81-66 on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. We'll tell you about that Tony Welch scoreboard update in a moment. As out of the corner will come Gardner. It'll go all the way to Reeves. He'll swing it back around and reset left of the circle.
And yeah, this is the longest possession, I was going to say, the Mount Vernon game thus far.
As they turn it over in the front court in the lane. It'll go the other way. That was Cunningham, right wing. Simmons Jung back into the corner for Cunningham. Off the screen, trying to get to the paint. Has it tipped away. Moore forced it. But it's recovered by Cunningham up top. Trying to cross over. Runner in the lane off the double pump is no good. But to the line will go the Orphans. Scoreboard updates tonight, of course, are presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent. Find him courtside at Changnon Gymnasium or business hours in his office in the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. Worldwide at TonyWelch.com. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm.
And I think the pace of the game, Chris, is now changing just a little bit. If you'll notice, when Mount Vernon had the ball down here on this last possession, they ran off about 50 seconds. Now, they were aided by an offensive rebound after a shot, and they got it back. But that's by far the longest possession we've seen in the basketball game. And right now with Centralia on the line with 1:55 to go, let's see if Mount Vernon is very patient here on the other end.
Need to be patient, of course. Free throws are good that time for the Orphans. 20, or 1 of 2, I should say. 22-19 is your score. Rams up a tray with 1:48 to play in the first half. Basketball is heating up. Don't be caught without your Rams gear. Winning Edge in Mount Vernon, their new store at 212 South 9th Street, has a full selection of Rams apparel, including T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. Winning Edge or online at winningedgeusa.com. Touch foul up top, and this, I believe, will be the 5th on the Orphans, 1st on Owens.
Yep. The infamous hand check, Chris, out in front of everybody.
A point of emphasis this year, along with the coach's box and more blocks than charges. 1:32 left to go in the first half. 22-19 the score. Rams up 1 possession here as we get to the late points of the first half. Off of the right side, that's Fitzgerald's. Now to Moore between the circles with 1:20 to go. 22-19 the score. Rams are up a tray out of the left corner near the timeline. Gardner will roll to the circle. Going to double back left. Left-hand dribble throws off to Wilson, who comes up with his defender Cunningham. Cunningham's done a great job tonight on Wilson, and that'll be over and back. Reeves with 1 foot over the timeline, just his tippy toes, and that'll be a turnover on the Rams.
Yeah, and that's what happens when the defense forces you out on the floor like that. I think Mount Vernon was probably not quite comfortable running what they were running there, as high on the floor as they were and as close to that half line as they were, and they ended up paying a price by getting the over and back call.
Indeed, off to the left elbow. Nice backdoor find. Alcorn will finish, and the Orphans are back within 1. Wood, the unselfish play off the bounce pass in the paint, and the Orphans crawl back within 1, 22-21 with 50 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be Fitz across the timeline. Going to come to the left side, off dribble, hands off to Wilson. Gives it right back to Fitz off the sideline. Fitz is against Chase Alcorn this time in this Orphan switching man defense. Dave Bennett used to run it back in the day at Pittsfield. Now his son Lee runs it at Centralia, ran it at Alton, pretty well ran it everywhere he's been, I'm sure. A lot of successful stints in some places for Lee Bennett. Going to come to the near side, sky-high pass to Reeves. Caught it on both feet with 20 seconds left to go. Rams are right to left. They're in the front court right now at Changnon Gymnasium. Sold-out crowd. 15 seconds left to go in the first half. Fits off of the double team, trying to come left. Going to be trapped off a triple team. Going to have to wheel his way around to the right side. Off of the arc, it's going to be Gardner with 7. Looking off Wilson. Wilson shakes the defender off the curl, shot up. No good, but a foul with 3.3 seconds left.
Yeah, and that's not what Lee Bennett wanted. He's not very happy right now over there. Centralia gets just 3.3 seconds away from getting out of here without any damage, and now Mount Vernon gets to go to the line on the foul with a chance to go up by 3 points here before halftime.
They give Wilson, a great shooter, a shot at the line with 3.3 seconds left. Your second chance auto halftime show will come your way after a break here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. First from Wilson is good.
Just the 3rd free throw attempted of the entire half by Mount Vernon. This will be the 4th coming up by Wilson.
Looking to make it a 3-point game if Wilson can knock down the back end. It's good. So Wilson makes both, 24-21, 3.3 seconds left. Owens with in the backcourt, flies into the front court. Let's go from half court for the tie. No. And it will not be good. Worried for a second about goaltending when it was before the rim, but luckily they know the call. 24-21, Mount Vernon at the half. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Proudview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
WMIX Sports is WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, and all of Southern Illinois. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Red Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Red Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
If you've been trying to buy a car with a challenging credit history, you've discovered that it can be discouraging, but there is good news. I mean really good news. Not all buy-here, pay-here dealerships are the same. Second Chance Auto really is different. For 34 years, Second Chance Auto has guaranteed to give you the best value for every dollar you spend. Listen, did you know that at some dealerships, if you buy an $8,000 vehicle with minimal down, it could end up costing you $2,000 more? At Second Chance Auto, they'll explain how you can save more on the total cost of your vehicle. No surprises, just honest deals, bank rate financing for all, and a truly dependable vehicle with the best value for your hard-earned dollar. This tax season, use your refund where it will go the farthest. Let Second Chance Auto earn your business and your trust. You won't be disappointed. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call today, 244-4582.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back inside a sold-out Changnon Gymnasium. We're here at the half. The Rams have a 24-21 lead over the Centralia Orphans. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Second Chance has your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. And, of course, Second Chance Auto, there's many reasons they've been around for 34 years, especially bank rate financing for all. We'll take a break on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. We'll come back with some scoring and stats as well as a scoreboard update. All to come as the Rams lead Centralia at the half, 24-21. This is Mount Vernon basketball from WMIX Sports.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Your claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX FM, WMIXsports.com. Here at the half, the Mount Vernon Rams lead Centralia 24-21. Of course, Second Chance Auto proud to sponsor your halftime show. Second Chance Auto has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced under $10,000 in one location. Bank rate financing for all. Of course, no fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals at Second Chance Auto. Proud to serve the local community for over 34 years. We'll have scoring and stats in just a moment, but it's been a crazy day in high school hoops and a disappointing one for the Woodlawn Cardinals. They will not win their 7th straight regional championship. They fall to the Cesar-Valere Red Devils, 81-66 in a rematch from a 2010 Super Sectional. At Goreville tonight, I just saw that score at Goreville, of course, in a regional final down there. Goreville beat CR 81-69, so it'll be a rematch between the Red Devils and the Black Cats on Tuesday at the NCOE Sectional. Jabot Catholic beats Oakville tonight at Lebanon 51-44. Patoka wins their first regional since the 80s as they beat Odin tonight 68-61. As at Mulberry Grove at the half, and then Nokomis Altamont led St. Anthony 29-27. In 2A tonight, Central beats Mater Dei 41-38 in the Mater Dei regional. Elsewhere, of course, in Class 2A, T-Town beats Casey Westfield 47-36. That's pretty well all we have. 1A and 2A girls side at Carrollton edges Central A&M 40-38 in a 1A semifinal at State. Annawan, no surprise, all over Eastland 71-45 in the other 1A semi. St. Thomas More has their way with T-Town 63-43 in a 2A semi, with Prophetstown and Immaculate Conception still to come in the other 2A semi-final. Of course, that scoreboard update was presented by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with State Farm. 24-21 Rams here at the half from Changnon Gym. We'll come back with your scoring and stats. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXSports.com, powered by Red Lake College.
Welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium here tonight on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. For over 34 years, Second Chance has been providing the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in one location, as well as no fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Second Chance Auto, sponsor of this halftime show. And of course, Rams Athletics on the radio are powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Free checking, high yield interest. It's one. One means more at Community First Bank. Of course, 24-21 Rams lead the Orphans at the half. We have your scoring and stats.
Yep, for the Mount Vernon Rams, they were led by Braden Fitzgerald with 10 points. Jake Pike right behind with 9. Shikari Hawkins with 3 and Luke Wilson with 2. Just 4 Rams in the scoring column there in the first half for the Mount Vernon Rams. For the Centralia Orphans, De'Aaron Owens had 2. Deontay Cunningham 1, and they were led in scoring by Jared Simmons Young with 13. Chase Alcorn had 2, and Tyreek Bilberry had 3. The halftime score 24-21 between these two teams. And of note, there were, this is unofficial, but it's pretty close. I had this group down as shooting 25 threes collectively in the first half, Chris, and that's not what I expected before we started this game. So we'll see if they settle down here in the second half. Team shooting, Mount Vernon was 7 for 17 for 41%. They were 4 of 4 at the free throw line for a perfect 100%. Centralia was 8 for 18, shooting 44% from the field, and they just shot 2 free throws, making 1 for 50%. So a grand total of 6 free throws in this entire game so far for these two teams. Turnovers, not too bad. Mount Vernon had 7. Centralia had 2, but even at 7, that's not a bad total for a half of basketball at a game like this at the pace they played. Centralia excellent with just 2 turnovers to their total. The rebounding's about even. Mount Vernon has a slight edge at 10-8 according to my very unofficial totals, but again, that's pretty close. All in all, Chris, this has just been a real even basketball game all around, with Mount Vernon leading this thing in a very, very low-scoring event, as we predicted, just 24-21 at halftime.
24-21 as we start the second quarter. This has been your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Chris Hugo with Jeff Lonnon alongside. Out of the corner, Centralia will start with the basketball. Right to left, Reeves trying to pick it away from Wood. It'll be recovered by Simmons Young off the left baseline to the free throw line. Owens back out, Simmons Young, 3 on the way. No, in and out. Ooh, almost dropped back through, but Shikari skies for the rebound. Here come the Rams into the front court, right into the circle. Shikari left-hand dribble over to Fitz. Fitz thought about the running three. Throws into the left corner for Gardner. Fitz is going to calm it down at the half line, left corner. Behind the back dribble up top of the key. Looks off to the right wing for Gardner. 7:23 to play in the third quarter. Crossover dribble coming. Nope. Kick out corner. Three on the way. Pike. No. Short. Rebound to Fitz. Fitz got it underneath. Somehow. Not sure. But he'll come back as he cleared it out in the corner. Layup's good. But a late charge.
That's tough. That's a tough call. Scott Gamber is livid. He is hot. Be careful now. Just be careful.
I hate to say it, he has every right to be on that one. The other one could have gone either way, but okay. 7:07 to play in the third quarter, 24-21 the score. Deep left wing. That was Simmons Young. Obermeyer off the right. Alcorn skip pass to the left arc for Owens. Back between the circles for Owens. Now a three on the way from Simmons Young. Will tie it up. Tied at 24, 6:50 to play in the third. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams basketball. Log on to comfirstbank.net, find them on social media, or better yet, find your market leader in their 5 Jefferson County branches, Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Iona. And we're going to have an illegal screen, I believe.
Yep, I think it's on Dylan Reeves.
Interesting. 24-24. This will go the other way. Turnover on the Rams. 6:40 to play in the third. Tie ball game. It was 24-21 at the half. Into the front court will come to Aaron Owens. Off to the right side, Obermeyer. Back to Owens. Pump fake left. Three on the way. Obermeyer. Good.
Yeah.
Orphans on a 6-0 run to start the third. It's 27-24.
They're heating up, Chris. No surprise. Still shooting a lot of threes.
Off of the right wing. Shikari throws up top. Pike for the tie. Answer? No. It's going to be off of the back iron. Rebound will be tipped to the Orphans. It'll be Simmons Young. 1-on-1 versus Pike. Going to have his pocket pick, and that'll be a charge. So at least consistency with the charge call. Pike will take another one this year. Somehow, I don't know how he does it. Probably one of the toughest kids out there on the floor right now.
Promise you, he's very tough. Little number 4 out there for us is pretty tough too. I can promise you that. He is a tough, tough kid along with Jake Pike.
Promise you. That's a Dan Mings-like statement. Promise you.
Sure is.
Nice off the left block. Oh, Shikari almost had the runner. It was a shot that he really had no chance at, but almost made it as he was fouled from behind. And Shikari Hawkins will go to the line to shoot two at the 5:56 mark of the third quarter. 27-24 is the Orphan lead.
Speaking of number 4, he pitched a shutout in the goal in PE hockey today. Thought I'd throw that in.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He plays goal. He didn't allow a goal today. I was proud of him.
And you're probably still undefeated in badminton.
I absolutely am, Chris.
Hawkins at the line, shooting the first. He'll come up long with 5:56 to play in the third quarter. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams athletics on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Always bank on your hometown team, and they're never far away in Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Iona. 5:56 left. Second free throw good. It's 27-25. Back within 2, and the Orphans had a 6-0 run to start the half. Rams, I don't know, let's put in a Band-Aid on a gash by making only 1 free throw, but trying to stop the Blitty. Could do it here. Intercepted pass, trying to go to the left corner where the Orphans. Reeves will throw up ahead. Right wing across the timeline is Fitz with it. Left-hand dribble with 5:39 left to go in the third quarter. Pike looking to cross over. Nope, bounce pass off a screen. Shikari can't get there. Can't get the 3 off because Wood was quick to close, and this Orphan man. Switching man defense from the Orphans off of the left arc. That's Fitzgerald with the basketball. Right-hand dribble looking to go to the right side with 5:22 to go in the third. Between the leg dribble now. Ooh, a missed screen there for the Rams. Off of the left sideline, Pike. Looking inside, nothing there on the interior. Going to have settled for Gardner up top. Back out to Pike. No catch and release available. Pulls up for 18. Shot partially blocked. Making a pass to Shikari. Hawkins cleans it up for the tie off to the left. 5:03 to go in the third.
Well, that's a big rebound right there. Offensive rebounds have been at a premium tonight, so that was a big one.
Aaron Owens off of the right side near the circle. Wood gets it back from Simmons Young. Simmons Young, a 3 on the way. Ripped it from the right sideline, no good. Rebound will go to Hawkins. Into the front court come the Rams. Shikari stops up top. Throws out deep left wing for Pike between the circles. Fits an NBA 3. Yes! 30-27. The Rams are up a tray on a little run of their own. A 5-0 run for the Rams puts them up 3.
And what else? A 3-pointer.
Dangerous. 4:25 to go in the third. Rams up a tray. De'Aaron Owens going to back it up with the left hand at the timeline. Back off the far sideline. Ooh, a skip pass. Simmons Young, a three on the way. Obermeyer had the pass across the court. It looks like a double foul coming here.
Double foul. Jake Pike and Jake Wood.
Jake Pike of the Rams, Jake Wood
At the Mount Carmel Regional Championship, they're going into double OT. That's Flora and Mount Carmel. That's in 2A tonight. Nashville Pinckneyville was a barn burner on V1047 and V1047.com. We'll have some final scores coming up for you later. Scoreboard updates are presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent here in the King City. Find them online at TonyWilt.com. Look for them in the office on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower, or find the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. One of the late games to start tonight. These 7 o'clock championship games are starting to finish up in 1A and 2A. Quick inbound, almost picked away. It'll be fought for. Orphans were looking for Chase Alcorn, and they're going to call a foul on Luke Wilson, who had possession. It was Alcorn who had to reach down to get the basketball for Wilson, who had tipped it away, but Wilson will get picked up for the reach-in.
Tough
It'll be
call.
open basketball. It is.
I thought that was going to be a jump ball, Chris.
That would have been one option. With 4:13 left to play in the third quarter. Off for the inbound, it'll be Alcorn. Looking back for Obermeyer. Almost had it swiped away. Obermeyer recovers, goes back to the right sideline for Owens. Corner for Obermeyer. Left wing, the Orphans with the basketball. Bilberry had it touched. Now it's back with Cunningham into the corner. Obermeyer to Bilberry. Had it stipped away. Now back save. Orphans are going to go right wing. Owens trying to find a play inside Bilberry. It'll be Ram basketball.
Yep.
Tipped off of the jersey.
Mount Vernon staying with the 1-3-1, and you know what? I can't really argue with them because they've given up just 27 points, and we're in the middle of the third quarter.
They'll take it. 3:43 left to go in the third quarter. Chris Hugo with Jeff Lonnon. Jeff Crow behind the camera on WMIXSports.com. Right wing, that is going to be Braden Fitzgerald with the basketball. Left hand goes over to the left wing. There's Shikari with it. 30-27 score. The Rams up 3. Orphans took a 6-0 run to start. The Rams have been hot ever since. 6-0 run by the Rams, you could say. So they trade 6-0 runs. And Fitz will back it out in the left corner, looking to slow some things down here and control the tempo.
Yeah, and I think this is really smart.
Out of the left wing will come Fitz, left-hand dribble, looking to the top, nothing there. He's going to have to go back to the left side. Nope, will go right. There's Reeves to rescue, back off of the right arc. It'll be the right baseline from Gardner to Shikari. Look for the spin move, kicks back out to Gardner. He's going to try to find some jump stop, right-hand layup, no good. Rebound will be tipped from Luke to Gardner. There's a call underneath. Looks like a foul on the floor. It'll remain with the Rams on Centralia's 4th team foul.
Well, I think they did a good thing there in slowing the ball down and trying to get a good shot, which they did. They got a shot right at the rim, didn't make it. But listen, a 5-point lead in this game is like 10 with points at a premium.
2:47 left to go. There's been 2 lead changes tonight if you don't count the initial score. Rams have led most of the way. They have the ball off of the side out of bounds. Right sideline into the front court. It'll be Fitzgerald's between the circles. 2:44 left to go in the third. 30-27 is your score. 3-point ball game sees the Rams on top in the midst of a 6-0 run. Right of the circle, Shikari. Orphans still in man. Looking to cross over on his man, Bilberry. Looks back left corner near the timeline. It's Reeves with the basketball. He's going to look left side. Trapped by Obermeyer. Looking for some help. He's able to find Gardner. Timeout, Scott Gamber. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Rams, the Lady Rams, and the local community. 2:24 to play in the third quarter. Scott Gamber won the timeout. Jeff Lonnon up 3, 30-27 with 2:24 to go in the quarter. That one was not looking good and not developing, trapped near the timeline.
That was a good timeout because Dillon got trapped out there and almost got the 5-second call. Somehow got rid of it and almost threw it away. And I think Scott had seen enough. Coach Gamber calls the timeout, and that's good because he's got timeouts left to burn. And I think with possessions being so important in this basketball game, you're going to see that a little bit. It's okay to burn a timeout to save a possession because you're not going to get a lot of possessions that are quality in the end. I mean, we're down to almost the end of the third quarter now. Every time you have the basketball, you need to make sure you end up with some kind of points out of it. So look for them to use those timeouts should they get in trouble coming down the stretch here.
2:24 left to go in the third quarter with Jeff Lonnon. I'm Chris Hugo. In the circle, Shakari Hawkins out of the inbound side of the bounds in front of the scorer's table. Crossover dribble, Shakari. Left block, layup, good. Rams on an 8-0 run. 32-27 the score.
And you like to see him take the ball to the basket as opposed to just bombing those threes. Such a high percentage shot when you do that.
As the Rams trying to disrupt the Orphans, been in 1-3-1 most of the night. They found it to be their most effective form of defense here were the past few games. 2:04 left. Orphans will inbound. Obermeyer into the backcourt. Cunningham gets it across. Owens gets it right back up top. Back to Owens, right wing. Thought about the three. Now Cunningham will grip a three on the way. No, left it short. Rebound to Wilson. Foul on Alcorn. Alcorn broke the law of verticality, and this is going to go the other way.
He sure did. Centralia just can't get anything inside. I mean, that's a pattern that's kind of developing. Jake Wood's a big boy now. He's not in the game, but when he was in the game, they were not able to pound the ball inside, and I think the 1-3-1 has done a really good job of that, forcing them to shoot a lot of outside shots they're not comfortable with.
Rams with it in the front court. Reeves goes left. It's going to be Gardner. Back to Hawkins, right of the circle. What a win this would be. It'd be a statement for sure if the Rams can hang on against the Orphans here at Changnon. Runner off the left, no good. Too strong from Shakari. Rebound will go with the Orphans into the front court with 1:24 left to go in this third quarter. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Log on to fordsquare.com. Owens a three. Stops the bleeding if it goes. No. Backdoor rebound. Wilson. Foul on the Orphans. And they're starting to get a little out of control with their hands. Some hand checking and some fouls. Not the way Lee Bennett likes his defense.
And I can't believe he's happy with as many threes as they've shot, Chris. I know him, and I just don't. He's not happy right now. I can just tell you that. I think he wants better shots. I think he wants more ball movement. And I think what he wants is just work the ball inside, maybe get an and one, something high percentage. But these threes are not working out for Centralia.
Shakari with it at the circle. Looks out to the right side. Doug Garner with 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Back off to the left near the circle, playing parallel to the timeline. Wilson's going to attack the left wing off the dribble. Come back out, reset. Goes off to the right wing for Reeves with 38 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Rams going to hold for one. Smart play.
Brilliant play at this point. On a nice run here, 8-0 run for the Rams, and we're going to have a foul.
I was going to say the question is, will Centralia let them hold it for one? And Centralia gets a little close there, and they get a little hand check over there by the Mount Vernon bench. And that's 7, Chris. That's a big foul because now you've got a 1-and-1 situation for Mount Vernon the rest of this half. And that's a lot of minutes, 8 minutes plus these last 25 seconds that Mount Vernon is going to be in the bonus. And remember what we said about free throws before this game started. These are huge in a close, tight possession game.
At the line, the 1-and-1. Wilson will knock down the first. It's 33-27. The Rams' run is now 9-0.
Luke now 3 for 3 tonight from the free throw line. That's his third point.
What a big night for the Rams. Second one en route. Wilson trying to make it a 7-point game. Misses the second. Into the front court will come the Orphans off of the dribble. Owens still in the backcourt for now. Going to slow things down with 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. Orphans with the basketball, looking for the last shot. Will they get it? 10 seconds left. Off of the right, nope, to the left will go. Wood, it's been quiet tonight. Pass will slip through the hands. Alcorn, recovered by Shakari with 4. He'll race across the timeline from half court at the buzzer, no good. And that is how your third quarter will end. The Mount Vernon Rams 33, the Centralia Orphans 27. This is Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Too expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Lynn Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Lynn Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to renlakecollege.edu/Fit Center.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balance. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
WMIX FM, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonnon. Jeff Crow on the Raptors. He's behind the WMIXSports.com camera. Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio. We start the fourth quarter. Rams with the basketball. Fitz in the backcourt. Walks across with the left-hand dribbles. The Rams go left to right. Back off of the right wing. Rams, of course, in their home whites with orange trim. Orange numerics trimmed in black. Fitz deep left wing. Off of the Wilson pass with 7:46 to play. Fourth quarter action from a sold-out Changnon Gymnasium. Nary a seat to be had on a hot night in the old barn. 7:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Off the sideline will come Fitzgerald for the Wilson pass. And the Rams probably going to slow a few things down, flex a little bit here. Maybe up 6. Pass going to be tipped away from Fitz. He'll recover. Nice little turn move by Fitz off of the Bilberry strip. Orphans still in man. 7:19 to play in the fourth.
Mount Vernon going to be very patient here with this 6-point lead, Chris.
Fitz feigns a 3 on Bilberry. For the Rams, it's Fitzgerald, Reeves, Pike, Hawkins, and Wilson. For the Orphans, I should say, it is Bilberry, Alcorn, Cunningham, Owens, and Obermeyer. There he is.
Mount Vernon has just burned 1 minute and 10 seconds off the clock.
They'll take it. Fitz was going to split the defense, throws back in the left corner. Near the timeline, now a handoff for Fitz, who ran all that way. 6:44 left in the fourth. 33-27. Fitz trying to bounce it out to Pike. It's going to be a kick basketball. The Rams will reset. Off of the baseline. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams athletics, as well as the WMIX Sports Basketball Showcase. 5 Jefferson County branches, by far the market leader. Find them. 2 locations of Mount Vernon, as well as Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Ask about one checking.
And right now, Lee Bennett's got to figure out a way to get the ball back, because this straight man is not putting a whole lot of pressure on Mount Vernon. I would look for maybe some type of trapping zone or maybe a trapping man-to-man to try to get this ball back, because they're down 6, Chris. Mount Vernon doesn't look like they're in a hurry to get this ball to the rim.
They aren't, as Obermeyer pressures Fitzgerald and tips it out of bounds. 6:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. 33-27 as the Rams have been able to kill a minute and 23 off the clock to open the quarter. Maintain possession in the right court, the front court. Off of the right wing, Pike off the Reeves inbound. Pike the left. He's going to go back to the right for Fitzgerald off the sideline with 6:20 to go. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. Fitz will pull up from three-point land. Probably not the shot to take there, maybe. Wilson's going to race for the rebound as it trickles out of bounds left corner. It'll be Orphan basketball on the team rebound. So you kill all that time off the clock, and probably a 3, not the way to go necessarily, but credit for the effort.
I don't think that's what Scott Gamber wanted there, but they did run a lot of time off the clock.
Now Wood, a big 3,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
From the top, Wood bangs in a 3 to cut it in half, 33-30. Rutrow, 5:56 to play in the fourth quarter.
That's a momentum changer right there. Now you're at 1 possession, and now they're going to trap, Chris. Here they come with the trap.
Full man trap as Fitz will scoop one into the corner. Pike a 3, the answer no. Rebound out of bounds, nope. Obermeyer recovers in the corner. That restraining line will get you every time if you're looking for the quickest line. 5:38 to play in the fourth quarter. Orphans a chance to tie. Down 3, 33-30. Wood looking to take over in the lane, yes. 33-32. Momentum on the side of the red.
Getting tight.
Left timeline, man trap. They want a timeout to the Rams. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See Dr. Eric Black and staff, who are proud to support the Rams, the Lady Rams, and the local community. 1-point game here in sold-out Changnon Gymnasium. About the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and the Orphans are on a 5-0 run.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you'll notice, this is a really good job on Centralia's part in that after we missed the 3 on our end, Centralia knocks theirs down, and immediately he switched the defense to a trap. And they get the ball back. They make a 2. It's a 5-0 run all of a sudden, and now you got a basketball game. And I think right now, Scott Gamber in the huddle, just calm down. Listen, we're still ahead. That's a 5-0 run, but we still have a 1-point lead. But here's the thing you can't do now. You can't just shut down and not look to score, because you tried to do that for a minute and a half, ended up taking a shot you probably don't like in hindsight. There's an immediate 5-0 run, and now you got to take care of the basketball. Got a long way to go in this fourth quarter, Chris, to stall this out. You're going to have to play, and you're going to have to look for good shots, and you're still going to have to score some points because you don't have enough right now to win.
Video streaming at WMIXsports.com is presented by Red Lake College. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education when you log on to rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. Out of the timeout, Rams with the basketball. Up one, 33-32. That's going to be kicked well into the stands, into the second level in the reserve seating. It'll remain with the Rams.
4 rows up in the chair seats. That was a pretty good cut. I used to kick them like that in college, Chris.
Straight on. Inbound into the backcourt, Jake Pike. 5:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams up just one. Turnover coming, maybe. Nope, fits in the backcourt to get the tip pass. Now they're going to try to trap him on man. He'll blow by the defenders into the front court. Going to scoop off Shikari. Wide pass, he'll recover off the right wing. 4:55 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams up just one, 33-32. Get you some scores here in just a moment from around the area. Brought to you by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent. Don't forget, we're going to have a 5-second call.
Yeah, that's a 5-second call. I'm not sure how they came to that conclusion, but Scott Gamber's not either. He is not happy.
A lot of reasons for both coaches to not be happy. 4:39 to play in the fourth, 39-32. 1 point game. Obermeyer, a three from the top. Good. And the Orphans up to 35-33 with 4:29 to play in the fourth. What a momentum turn here for the Orphans. In the backcourt, trying to trap Fitz in man. Fitz will get across the timeline, left wing. 4:20 to play. Fourth quarter action for Changnon Gymnasium. Rams are going left to right. Fitz trapped in the corner. Right in the circle for Hawkins. Hawkins matched up against Gerard Simmons-Young. Shake's going to try to get to the, got to the volleyball line and threw up a runner. No good. In and out.
How did that not go down?
The rebound. Reverse polarity on the basket, I guess. And now the Orphans have it in the front court. Down low in the post. Alcorn battles the defense, up and in. Wow, 4-point game. Orphans on top, 3:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable as Fitz will have it. Orphans will settle back in half man.
10-0 run, Chris. 10-0 run, just like that.
Off the left corner, Fitz is going to be fouled by Jake Wood. Wood reached in, and that'll send Fitz to the line for the one-in bonus, and maybe the free throw will be the saving grace of the orange and black.
It was just about this time, about 3 minutes ago. It was about 6:26 or so, when Mount Vernon missed their first shot of the quarter, and bang, 10 points from Centralia, just like that.
Don't forget to stay up to date with us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Plenty of scores from around the area. We'll get you another scoreboard update next dead ball. We'll slip one in.
Fitz ends the run there finally with a made free throw. Now maybe the Rams can calm down and come back in this basketball game.
Free throw on the way, is in and out. 1 and 2 by Fitzgerald. Rebound to Obermeyer. Here are the Orphans in the backcourt. It'll be Deere and Owens to bring it across against Fitzgerald's at the timeline. Nice move. Comes to the near side off of the near wing. Going to back it out to the circle. Right-hand dribble against Fitzgerald's. Now looking to go to the right wing. Back to the top. Obermeyer off the near sideline for Simmons-Young. Obermeyer has a quick touch. Going to throw it off to the right for Owens. Right sideline, Wood. Going to reverse it around. 3:10 to play. Owens with the basketball. Now to Obermeyer. Left of the circle with 3:08. 3:02 to play in the fourth quarter. Orphans probably going to try to kill some time off the clock. The Woodlawn Cardinals fall tonight to Cesar-Valera 81-66 in the Christopher Regional Championship. Jabot beats Oakville 51-44. Patoka beats Odin 68-61. Neoga loses to Dietrich tonight 59-40. Carroll beats Meridian 68-65. Carterville beats Murphy in 2A 67-49. Central beats Mater Dei 41-38. Nashville beats Pinckneyville 48-40. And Benton falls to Harrisburg tonight. That scoreboard update's presented by Tony Wiltshire, State Farm agent. Off the inbound, Orphans with it with 2:43 left to go in the fourth. 37-34 will have a hand check on the Rams. That'll be their 16th foul.
Well, and that's okay, because at some point you're going to have to get yourselves in a bonus, or else they're just going to be able to run this clock out, and then you're not going to be able to get the clock stopped and get them on the free throw line. So that's, what is it, 6 now, Chris? So the next one will be bonus for the Orphans.
Wood looking to turn around off post, no good. Left block, no good. Rebound will go to Pike, 37-34. Rams down a tray with 2:30 left. It's all been brought to you by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, home of the one account. Always bank on your hometown team with 5 Jefferson County branches. Pike wants a 3 for the tie. No. Gardner's going to get in for the rebound underneath him. Trying to undercut was Obermeyer. He'll pick up the 19th foul for the Orphans. And to the line for the 1 and bonus will go Doug Gardner.
Mount Vernon just 1 point so far in this quarter, Chris. They're going to need more. Down 3. Free throw so critical at this juncture in the game.
Gardner at the line, 1 and bonus time for the Rams. First free throw good. He'll get another back within 2. Tony Wilt powers your scoreboard updates. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town or find it parked at the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Get to a better state with State Farm. Second one on the way from Gardner is no good. Bounces off the back iron. Rebound will go to the Orphans. That's Gerardson and Jung with it. Now Owens in the backcourt. 2:14 to play in regulation. 2-point game. 37-35. Orphans on top. A 10-2 run.
And you do not have to foul yet. Play for a steal. Centralia may throw you the ball or you may steal the ball, but you do not have to foul yet because when you do, Chris, it's the super bonus. The next one will be 10 on Mount Vernon, and they're going to shoot 2 free throws.
And now a quick foul on Dylan Reeves. That'll be the 7th into the line for the 1 and 1. We'll go Obermeyer. Winning Edge is another of our booster sponsors. Basketball heating up. Find all of your Rams gear. Don't be caught without it. A massive selection at Winning Edge at their new store in Mount Vernon, 212 South 9th Street. Online at winningedgeusa.com. Find how they can customize any activewear for you. Obermeyer at the line for the 1 and 1. First one is in route. It is good. Looks like it was going to hit the front of the iron and deflect off, but it hit the front of the iron and bounced in. Lee Bennett barks some orders with 1:51 to play in regulation, 38-35. With the basketball at the free throw line is Obermeyer. He makes both. 2-possession game. Big difference thus far has been free throws here in the fourth quarter. Rams 2 points to speak of, down 4, 39-35. Crossover dribble Fitzgerald's lost it at the free throw line, recovered. Will back it out now at the circle. Rams will reset. Man defense for the Orphans. Spin move. Fitz will lose it. That's a foul on Centralia. To the line to shoot 2 will go Braden Fitzgerald.
Yep. And that's good because now you have a chance to score points on the line with the clock stopped.
Video streaming is powered by Red Lake College. See which of their more than 100 degree and certificate programs are right for you at rlc.edu. First free throw, no good, but he'll get another out of the double bonus.
Critical points we're leaving on the line here. Got to knock these down.
Cardinal Baseball returns to the airwaves tomorrow on WMIX FM. Spring training action, 11:45, your pregame on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Until the regular season right here on WMIX FM. Second free throw good. Back to a 1-possession game, 39-36, but the Rams would be tied if they had made all their fourth quarter free throws. And now a foul in the backcourt on Gardner. Quick reach there on Chase Alcorn, who was bringing it up the right side. And Alcorn, finally a senior, will go to the line. Alcorn feels like he's been around for about 8 or 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's Jake Wood.
They have been around a while, and they're good players. They've been in this system a while now. But the bottom line is they got to knock down free throws just like we do because we are right on their heels right now at 3 points.
First free throw, no good. Big rebound by Reeves off of the baseline. Foul Centralia. And to the line to shoot 2. Should go Dylan Reeves with a chance to bring it back to 1 with 1:32 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Yes, we are in the Super Bonus now. I think I got that backwards before there. But we are in the Super Bonus now. We will shoot 2 free throws on every Centralia foul. Centralia will just shoot a 1 and 1 on every Mount Vernon foul.
First one good from Reeves. He'll have another 37-30 or 39-37.
I got that for Dylan's first point of the game, Chris.
He's been quiet offensively, but does a mean job defensively. As Reeves will make the second. Down 1 are the Rams, 39-38 within the backcourt, the Orphans. Trapped by Reeves, and a foul. Reeves almost picked it away and picked the pocket of Cunningham, but to the line for the 1 and 1 will go Cunningham. And a chance to stretch this to a 3-point lead with 1:27 left.
And we almost stole the ball there. We put the full court press on, Chris, and we had a nice trap, and just somehow, some way, we make a little bit too much contact there. And it was a good call, by the way. We did make substantial contact there on that play. But I like the fact we're in full court press now, and we're trying to get this ball back, and we're trying to win this basketball game.
The Orphans stretch it back to 2.
Big
40-38, a second one coming now for Cunningham. 3-point lead, no. Rebound will go to Hawkins. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Community First Bank of the Heartland powers basketball on WMIX. Into the front court, Fitz. Off to the right wing, it'll be Pike. Down 2 with a minute 18. Reeves wants it. Wide open 3. Yeah. No, it's short. Rebound will go to Owens, and here come the Orphans. Reeves was just short with a minute 10 left. The Orphans have the basketball. They are up 2. It's 40-38. Foul will come on Pike on a quick hand check. And to the line for the 1-and-1 will go Mr. Obermeyer. That is Ryan Obermeyer.
Boy, how big would that 3 have been if it had gone, Chris? This place would have came undone.
And Pike will foul out with 5 fouls, and he was frustrated that he was the one that picked it up, knowing the situation. And Obermeyer will go to the line for the 2-shot assessment, as the Orphans are also in the double bonus. Free throw good by Obermeyer, 41-38. 2-possession ball game if he can knock down the second with a minute 5 left to go. Smith Chevrolet postgame show will come after this one, as both free throws are good. 4-point game, 42-38. Rams racing to the front court. Fitzgerald's off the man defense. He has Cunningham, and he's going to be poked by Cunningham. And Fitz will go to the line to shoot 2.
And Obermeyer, huge for the Orphans. 4 straight clutch free throws in a row here in the fourth quarter. And now Fitz gets to return the favor on our end here. And this is now all super bonus, Chris. Everything is super bonus now for both teams. 2 shots.
.2 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Fitz makes the first. He, of course, will have another. 42-39, back to a 1-possession game. Fitz will send the second one in. 42-40. 2-point game, 58.2 seconds left. Orphans in the backcourt.
Here comes the press.
Full court press. In the backcourt, Owens going to try to bob and weave through the press. Gets it ahead. Almost tipped away. Here comes Sherrod Simmons-Young. Pull up Jay, no good. Put back is no good there by Obermeyer. Rams with the rebound. Into the front court. That's going to be a foul. A foul on Owens as they tried to throw up ahead of Shikari.
No, it's not.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's on Shikari Hawkins.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
You have got to be kidding. Wow. 43.3 seconds left. Foul is on Hawkins. And Scott Gamber very calm, cool, collected given the situation as De'Aaron Owens is at the line to shoot 2. Unreal. First free throw, no good for Owens.
Well, the main thing is don't lose your composure here because that call is gone. You got to forget about it. You're still down 2. Even if he makes this, it's 1 possession and you got 43 seconds left. Forget it, play through it, no matter what you think about it.
Owens' second free throw, good. It's a 3-point game, 43-40. Rams in the front court. Fitz with it with 40 seconds. Off to Reeves on the right wing. Fitzgerald's off of a screen. Off of the right arc with a left-hand dribble. Has Doug up top. Pulls up for a 3. No good off the side iron. Not the shot the Rams needed. Rebound will go to Alcourt. Now Cunningham across the timeline. Almost had a foot across, and we're going to have a foul in the backcourt. 23.6 seconds left. At Carbondale, the Terriers midway through the fourth lead the Comanches of Cahokia 45-41. Here the Rams are down 3, 43-40.
What a game.
23.6 seconds left. A chance at the line for the Orphans to turn it into 2 possessions. First one, no good from Cunningham. He'll get another. 23.6 seconds left. 43-40 Orphans on top of the Rams here at a sold-out Changnon Gym. Second one on the way is good. 2 possessions.
That's a big make.
44-40.
Big make.
Rams into the front court. It'll be Shikari. Down 4. Off the right. Tips back. Foul on the way. No, wasn't fouled. Flop shot. Rebound will go to the back door. Orphans had it. And the Rams will send the Orphans back to the line on the foul with 14.8 seconds left. Rams couldn't recover from a questionable call at half court. And now the Orphans will have 2 at the line, with the Rams trailing by 4. Timeout, Scott Gambert. Brought to you by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams and the Lady Rams, as well as the local community.
And I don't, quite frankly, I don't think Coach Gamber probably, if he had it all over to do, if he had it to do all over again, would probably choose 2 threes in that situation with all that time on the clock. Relatively low percentage shots, and I think you got plenty of time to drive it, get the clock stopped, get an and one, 3-point play, whatever. And I think probably if you asked him, he probably would not have preferred to shoot the 3 that early. Now, with, what was it, Chris, 14 seconds, is that what it said? We can't see it now because the timeout timer is still on. Now you're almost forced to go down there and shoot 3s. And you got yourself behind the 8 ball here now also because it's a 2-possession basketball game at 44-40.
Out of the timeout, the Orphans will have free throws. 44-40. Centralia with a win would improve to 23-4 and 7-3 in the South 7. 14.8 seconds left. First free throw from Alcorn is good. He will have another. Still many in attendance here at a sold-out Changnon Gym tonight. Second one from Alcorn is on its way, and it is no good. Rebound will be Shikari underneath. 45-40 the score. Rams down 5, need a 3. It'll be Shikari at the elbow. Backs up to the wing. 3 on the way. Flop, good. Scott Gamber wants a timeout. The Rams cut it to 2 on a big 3 by Hawk. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop. Here in Mount Vernon, Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams and the Lady Rams. Of course, don't forget Rams athletics as well as high school basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Big 3 by Shikari.
Huge. Falling away. That's an NBA 3. Falling away to your bench. I think he flopped a little bit, tried to see if he could get the 4-point play. It was really, it's worth a try. Very smart play on Shikari Hawkins' fall. He didn't get the call, of course, but the Rams do close now within 2. Now with between 5 and 6 seconds left here, you got to go for a steal. If you don't get a steal, you got to get an immediate foul, and I mean immediate foul, Chris, to get them on the free throw line, hope for a miss, and then you've got time to get it back down there and maybe shoot a 3 for a win or a 2 for a tie. So there are possibilities that could come out of this at 45-43, and I believe that clock said 5.3 before the timeout timer came on. So I'm looking right here at a steal. Probably won't guard the inbound pass. See what we got here coming out. Yeah, Centralia ball, wing to the floor to go. Let's see if they guard the inbound. No, they're not going to. They're going to guard 5 on 4 and try to deny everything. Let's see what happens.
5.9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Rams with full court. Trying to get a foul. Nobody was there. Finally, they do it. 2.8 seconds left. They'll foul Obermeyer near the right corner on the baseline. Rams, I think, wanted a restraining line violation. And don't get it.
They didn't get it. And the official is explaining to Coach Gamber now what he saw. And I'm not sure Coach Gamber's buying it. Well, I think what they did, Chris, was try the old inline to inline play, and something funny happened down there. And Scott Gamber is still up pleading his case. Centralia standing on the free throw line.
If I'm Scott, I get one here. I just go and I get it.
Yeah.
The official clearly did not understand the rule of the restraining line in this particular instance and missed the call.
And again, this call's at the other end, and I did not see exactly what the official saw, but I do know that Centralia tried to go inline to inline, and somewhere in there, something happened.
That's the advantage of having my monitor. WMIXsports.com video conclusive at the time. 2.8 seconds left. If not, I'll watch it. I'm wrong, and I'll apologize. But Scott Gambersh needs a very calm official here. As to the line to shoot 2 will go Obermeyer. His first is good. It's 46-43.
Obermeyer 5 for 5 now in the fourth quarter on the free throw line.
Second one is good. It's 47-43. The Orphans up 4 with 2.8. Reeves looking for the inbound. Gets it into Hawkins. At half court, 3 on the way. Good! How aesthetically pleasing is that, as Shikari Hawkins will at least make it a one-point finish. And 47-46 is your final. When we come back, we'll have your Schmidt-Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Did your bank recently stop offering free checking? People's National Bank still has free checking with the added convenience of a Visa check card, online banking, bill pay, MoneyPass, and mobile banking. Stop by People's National Bank located at 413 South 34th Street in Mount Vernon today for details on how to get your free checking account. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have one of the hottest car lines in the industry with the Ford Fiesta, Focus, and Fusion. The Ford brand was the top-selling brand in the United States in 2013, and we at Ford Square are determined to make that happen again in 2014. Ford is number one because the Fusion hugs curves and embraces fuel efficiency. The Focus is your friend at the pump and your love on the road. And the Ford Fiesta is taking fun and efficiency further. We have over 40 of these cars in stock right now waiting for you. We can offer huge cashback savings and want to deals. We will do anything to make 2014 even better and keep Ford number one. Come see our associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, Illinois, and we will show you why the best never rests. You can always view our new and pre-owned inventory online at FordSquare.com.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment teams help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full-service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area. It's a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium. 47-46 is your final. Hawkins made a 3 at the buzzer inside half court to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing. But the Rams fall here to the Orphans tonight. The Orphans improved to 23-4. They finished the conference at 7-3. The Rams dropped to 15-12. They fall to 2-8 as they finish the regular season in the South 7 Conference. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or view their inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Back at the Mount Vernon studio, Quentin Lloyd behind the camera tonight on WMIXSports.com. It has been Jeff Crow with Jeff Lonnon. I'm Chris Hugo on WMIX FM. And, of course, the video at WMIXSports.com. We have scoring and stats and a full scoreboard coming up here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. But first, we need to take a break. Your final score, the Mount Vernon Rams fall to Centralia, 47-46. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
Rendley College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Get the gift of reading and be a hero forever. Rendley College will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call Rendley College's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium, where the Rams fall tonight to the Centralia Orphans, 47-46. We're going to take a look at some scores from around the area. Well, all over the state. In Class 1A girls basketball in the state semifinals today, Carrollton knocked off Moweaqua Central A&M 40-38. The Anawan Bravettes beat Eastland 71-45. Class 2A girls basketball state semifinals today. St. Thomas More beats T-Town 63-43. The Prophetstown Lady Prophets lead Immaculate Conception 27-22 in the second quarter. 1A boys regional championships tonight. Oblong beats Sisney at Edwards County 57-50. At Bunker Hill, it was Hardin Calhoun beating Madison 52-42. At Christopher, you heard it on AM 940 and listened to it on WMIXsports.com. Cesar-Valliere beats Woodlawn 81-66. Down at Hardin County, Crab Orchard wins a regional over Gallatin County 60-52. Elsewhere tonight at Goreville, it was Goreville big over ZRs 81-69. At Lebanon, Jabot beats Oakville 51-44. Oakville tried to make a comeback in that one. Patoka beats Odin tonight at Mulberry Grove 68-61. Also in Class 1A tonight, at Cumberland, it was Dietrich over Neoga 59-40. At Nokomis, St. Anthony edges Altamont 40-39. Caro at Century beats Mounds Meridian 68-65. 2A regional championships tonight. Carterville beat Murphy at Anna Jonesboro 67-49. At Mater Dei, Central beat crosstown rival Mater Dei 41-38, pardon me. At Harrisburg tonight, the Bulldogs beat the Benton Rangers 65-60. At Mount Carmel, it took double overtime for Mount Carmel to beat Flora 92-87. Over at Nashville on V1047 and V1047.com, Nashville Hornets beat the Pinckneyville Panthers 48-40. Elsewhere at Robinson, T-Town beats Casey Westfield 47-36. At Wood River tonight, it was Greenville beating the Roxana Shells 59-38. Last check at Carbondale, South 7 Conference title game. The Terriers were leading Cahokia 45-41. Midway through the fourth quarter. That scoreboard update's presented by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Find him in the King City on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Worldwide at TonyWilt.com, or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. We'll take a break on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Rams fall to Centralia tonight, 47-46. When we come back, we'll have the scoring and stats and your player of the game. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
If you've been trying to buy a car with a challenging credit history, you've discovered that it can be discouraging. But there is good news. I mean really good news. Not all buy-here-pay-here dealerships are the same. Second Chance Auto really is different. For 34 years, Second Chance Auto has guaranteed to give you the best value for every dollar you spend. Listen, did you know that at some dealerships, if you buy an $8,000 vehicle with minimal down, it could end up costing you $2,000 more? At Second Chance Auto, they'll explain how you can save more on the total cost of your vehicle. No surprises, just honest deals, bank rate financing for all, and a truly dependable vehicle with the best value for your hard-earned dollar. This tax season, use your refund where it will go the farthest. Let Second Chance Auto earn your business and your trust. You won't be disappointed. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call today, 244-4582.
At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams basketball.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium. What an atmosphere tonight. It was sold out. The Centralia Orphans come in and surprise the Rams 47-46. Chris Hugo with Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonnon alongside on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at schmidtchevrolet.com. Rams lose a close one tonight. We'll talk with Scott Gamber tomorrow morning on the Saturday Sports Show. Talk about this game, and it seems like the Rams' best efforts of the season have come in losses. We'll talk about that tomorrow with Scott Gamber. We'll get back to our normal program. Hope you enjoyed last week's Hall of Fame Sports Show. It's archived for your listening enjoyment at WMIXsports.com as we stroll down memory lane with your Hall of Fame class of 2014. 47-46 the final here. We have a look at your scoring and stats.
Yep, for Mount Vernon, they were led in scoring by Braden Fitzgerald, who had 17 points tonight. Shakari Hawkins had 14. Jake Pike had 9. Luke Wilson 3. Dylan Reeves had 2, and Doug Garner had 1. The totals for Mount Vernon tonight, very interesting. Just 3 two-point baskets tonight, Chris. 9 threes, 12 for 16 on the line for 46 points. They shot 75% from the free throw line. For Centralia, they were led in scoring by Jared Simmons-Young. He had 16 points. Ryan Obermeyer came in and had a big 12 points all in the second half, and he was 6 for 6 on the free throw line in the all-important fourth quarter for the Centralia Orphans. Jake Wood added 5 points. De'Aaron Owens added 3, Deontay Cunningham added 3, and Tyreek Bilberry added 3. Totals for Centralia, they had 6 twos, 8 threes, 11 for 17 on the free throw line for 65% for 47 points. In other noteworthy categories, turnovers. Not many of them tonight by either team. Both teams doing a good job taking care of the basketball. Mount Vernon just 8 turnovers. I had them for 7 in the first half and just 1 in the second half. Centralia just 5 for the whole game. So Mount Vernon and Centralia combined for just 13 turnovers in the basketball game, and that's a pretty good stat right there. You don't see that number low that often. Shooting, Mount Vernon 12 for 33 for 36%. Centralia was 14 for 34 for 41%. Rebounding, Mount Vernon and Centralia, I had dead tied in total rebounds at 22 rebounds apiece. So, and did I mention free throws? I did. Free throws in the end turned out to be a big deal for Centralia because Obermeyer went to the line there in the fourth quarter, and I thought that was the key to the game for Centralia, at least on the offensive side of it, because he knocked down all 6 of his attempts, and he didn't score a point in the first half. So for them, I thought he was as big a key as anything.
Of course, always a tough task now that we wrap with our scoring and stats as the Orphans beat the Rams 47-46 in regulation. We've got to pick a player of the game.
Boy, that's tough. That's tough. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, as we take a gander and stroll back through the stats.
We're going to take a gander here real quick, and I would say
Shakari made a big 3 late.
Made 2 of them. Actually, the last one made it aesthetically pleasing, but it still pulled him within 1. And he also gave him a chance by making the 3, just 5 or 10 seconds before that.
Had a pretty big second half.
Shot the ball pretty well. I think Shakari Hawkins tonight, Chris.
There you go, 14 points. Shakari Hawkins, your player of the game. Rams fall tonight in their regular season finale. They're now 15-11. They finish South 7 Conference play 2-8 as they head into the Heron Regional on Tuesday. Now remember, we're going to tell you a 7:45 p.m. pregame, 8 o'clock tip at Heron. But we've seen often that those times don't hold true when there's a 6 o'clock game prior. So be ready for anything from a 7:30 pregame or 7:15 pregame, 7:30 tip. It could be anywhere in there. So just keep your dial locked to 94.1 FM or log on to WMIXsports.com and await the video from Heron. That'll be Tuesday night, the Rams and the Wildcats. We hope you'll tune in, but not before catching the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow morning after the 8 o'clock news. It's on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. For Jeff Lonnon, for Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio, for Jeff Crow, for all of our WMIX Sports team, I'm Chris Hugo. And, of course, Coach, before we totally wrap it up, any final thoughts on the game?
This would have been a huge win, but you got to give Centralia credit. I mean, they played well down the stretch, and they did the things they had to do. They made free throws, and they took care of the basketball down the stretch. Mount Vernon fought so hard, and it just goes to show you this is a 22-4 basketball team that came in here tonight, and, at times you thought we had them, and we played right with them right to the final horn. So it's got to make you feel good if there's such thing as a moral victory, and I know those are tough this time of year, but you played toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the South tonight, and you just came up 1 point short. A play here, a 50-50 ball here or there, and this game turns out on the other end. And, listen, the regional's coming up next week, and we're capable of beating anybody in that tournament, and I think this game proves it. So I think that's how you got to kind of approach it if you're Coach Gambler and you go down to that locker room, because it's so hard. These games are heartbreaking, and you got to try to find some sort of a silver lining to give your kids, and I think that's what you tell them.
There you go. Final thoughts from Coach Lonnon. And we wrap it up tonight. I'm Chris Hugo again, reminding you of your final score from a sold-out Changnon Gym. The Centralia Orphans 47, the Mount Vernon Rams 46. We're back on the air Tuesday. Don't forget the Heron Regional, the Rams and the Marion Wildcats. We'll talk to you then. So long from Changnon.